Alright guys, this one's pretty ridiculous. It's them complaining about their free taxpayer-funded, free for them, cottage.
Someone's happy?
What the heck
people
is
concerned
that?
we were living at a palace, and we were.
I think she's doing that to be relatable, and you know, look at them. This is so gross. Like, this is like the music, like boom, boom, boom. Like, this is our tragedy that we were living at the palace, but off to the side. Like, this is such a joke. It's so gross, and they're so full of it, talking about caring about people. You know, people are so generous with like criticizing other people, and other people should give things. Why don't you have some people live in that cottage? You're living a lot better than most people living with you. I mean. Okay.
In a cottage
We were living on palace grounds.
Wow, that must have been amazing for Meghan because she could only afford Sizzler, right? This music.
Kensington Palace sounds.
And again, it's like trying to be dramatic. Okay, let's just see.
Very regal, of course it does. It says palace in the name. But Nottingham Cottage was so small.
The whole thing's on a slate.
This is disgusting. How could this actually be put out? Like, their PR company, you think, would have told them something different. Like, that's a disgusting thing to complain about. You have all this, like, access to money that you never earned, and you're still not paying for that, not paying for security. Have some gratitude. And I think this shows this is a spoiled brat. Harry's a spoiled brat. He's a jerk. Meghan's a narcissist. They're not good people. Because again, sometimes I give Harry the benefit of the doubt, but to pretend you care about all these causes and then go and complain about this, living for free on the royal grounds.
Quite lean, really low ceilings. I don't know who was there before. They must have been very short.
Funny enough, I read the comments. He did know who was there before. Prince William, Catherine, and their son. So they were all living there. They didn't complain. Thank goodness he's the younger brother. Again, I think he's like the almost quintessential like mess up younger brother. You have the responsible one who doesn't complain, who does what he needs to do. Then you have the spoiled brat who's irresponsible, who's complaining. This looks like a pretty decent place for me. Again, Harry, get a freaking job. You know, if you want a different place. This is just ridiculous. And again, his brother's wife, lived there with a kid. So he knows who lived there, and that, you know, when he talks about he's the only victim, well, that right there.
His head constantly in that place because he's so tall.
I don't believe her. I mean, we just saw the images of it, right? It's a bit higher than his head, first of all. Second of all, if he's that oafish that he's not figuring it out, if one of the doorways is short, that's his problem. Go live on the street or something. Oprah's disbelief upon visiting the tiny cottage. I don't understand how a free house on royal grounds could be interpreted as being a victim. And I think anyone who sees this, it's so crazy. Maybe at some point I'll do a video on their fans. Like, we have their vicious fans in the comments. They're like, you guys are bullies and you're terrible people, and like directly trying to bully me or the commenters, like the most vicious people. How they could watch this and like these people, you know, like complaining about that. Like, what do you want? It's like, we got the wrong free cottage on the royal grounds. And this music. And again, isn't this so interesting, right? Like all these like rich Hollywood people, and it's like everyone's wrong and everybody's victimizing other people, but we deserve the very best. It's like, I think there's a quote, like some people are so good at donating other people's time and money, but not their own, right? And it gets to me how that's like a popular thing where people pat each other on the back for being like, you know what? The 1%ers or these other people should be giving more away, and they're horrible, but I live however I want and I deserve more. It's like anybody could do that. I could say that, like, you know what? Oh, people have a lot are bad and they should give it to other people and me. Great, good job. That's such a sacrifice. It's just a lack of like character, right?
Well, Oprah came over for tea, didn't she?
She did.
And when she came in, she sat down, she goes, no one would ever believe it.
No one would ever.
This is pathetic and gross. Honestly, when he sang that, I'm like, ugh. I mean, like a guy like that, I can't even say. Like, you want to like, not saying I would do that legalese or whatever, but that's your instinct. Like, smack him. Like, dude, are you crazy? Oh my gosh. Like, what a jerk. Like, no one would ever believe it. Like, he's so spoiled. Don't you see that? Oh my gosh. Like, okay, and you know what? Now, yeah, maybe I will do a video about Oprah. She sounds like a joke.
Believe it.
Saying that. Oh, it's so... Bombshell series. The revelation was that they didn't like the free cottage they were living in. And that Prince William and Catherine with the child lived in and never complained about. So, thank goodness he's the spare. Thank goodness. I think good riddance to that guy. He was, a freeloader. He was a complainer. He brought more negative than good. Obviously, good riddance to him. Take care.